I mentioned earlier about that kind of rejuvenation of 2021 when everything was so great. And I think you're getting a lot of that buying from the retail crowd where they're just jumping in. They remember how amazing 2021 was. The problem is that you didn't have rates at 5%. You didn't have the Fed not printing money, right? The Fed was printing money. The government was sending out checks. So financially, the system is much different than it was back there. And I do think that people need to be a little bit cautious. But you're right. I mean, there's nothing that says Bitcoin can't run to 30,000. I in particular don't think it will here. I think 25 might be the near-term top. But you're right. When it comes to this kind of momentum-driven Wall Street bets crowd psychology, there's no doubt that you could see some continuation in the near term.
Professional trader Gareth Soloway of InTheMoneyStocks.com shares his outlook for 2023 and where he expects to find the best trades. Bitcoin touched an 8-month high on Thursday as investors jumped back into risky digital assets, despite renewed vows from regulators and lawmakers to rein in the cryptocurrency sector. Before going further in this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more recent updates about digital market. Bitcoin traded near $25,000, a 10% gain from the day before, even as the stock market wobbled. The move looked like a short squeeze following softer than feared comments from the SEC. The short-term technical picture has become even more bullish. Bitcoin has turned higher after correcting 61.8% of the rally since the beginning of the year and has rewritten previous highs with strong momentum. Wall Street investors appear increasingly convinced that more interest rate increases will be needed to rein in inflation, which has stoked volatility in markets over the past week. But crypto investors seem to be operating in a different reality. The Dealbook newsletter reports, and their optimism comes as signs of a regulatory crackdown grow in the aftermath of the collapse of the crypto exchange FTX in November. Recently, the crypto market and Wall Street's tech-heavy NASDAQ index have grown resilient to the Federal Reserve's angst and the resulting uptick in Treasury yields. Bitcoin is breaking out from a long basing formation. There is a saying, the bigger the base, the higher into space. Bitcoin's 90-day correlation coefficient with NASDAQ has increased to 0.75, indicating the two assets are moving in tandem.
It hit a major trend line right around 146 today. That is a technical major resistance. It's up from underneath 110 to 142 and change right now. To me, that's a pullback candidate at least below 130, maybe as low as 120. So it's had an amazing run, nothing to take away from it, but it's just gone too far companies. So when you see a move up like that on Airbnb, it's just too far too fast. So I'm not saying that over the next 6 or 12 months, Airbnb won't be a good investment, but at least in the near term, if you're more of a swing trader like myself, you're looking to short that level and cover right around that 120 to 130 level. And by the way, you've seen so much craziness in this market right now with this kind of rejuvenation of 2021, where people are buying all these stocks like Coinbase and Tesla. Tesla today is one of my top shorts out there. The price action is horrendous over the last day or so. You're seeing lots of technical distribution, big money unloading into it. And I think you have to be very careful here. The earmarks of the Bitcoin move this morning and into today, exactly what a blow off top in the near term looks like. So I'm very cautious here, folks. Again, we just got Bullard out with some news talking very hawkishly about rates. We have the PPI numbers hotter. The rates are not going down. If anything, they're going up in the near term.
Airbnb has reported its most profitable fourth quarter ever, 2 years after slashing its overall marketing investment but shifting spend from performance channels into brand building. According to Gareth Soloway, the current move on Airbnb is too far too fast, which make it good investment in the long term. The profit boost came amid a 24% rise in revenues to $1.9 billion over the period, Airbnb's highest fourth quarter revenues to date. As revenues have increased, so too has Airbnb's sales and marketing spend. CEO Brian Chesky said Airbnb now looks at the role of marketing as one of education, not to buy customers. Looking ahead, Airbnb has identified 3 strategic priorities for 2023, making hosting mainstream, perfecting the core service, and building the foundation for future products and services. Sales and marketing will be approximately 150 basis points higher as a percentage of revenue in the first quarter, but flat for the full year. Stephenson explained, "We're getting more efficient and effective at the timing, and we think bringing forward a little bit more marketing into Q1 is a more effective use of our dollars."
So I would say look for a retrace on Bitcoin down to about 18,000 and change. There'll be major support there. I know that's a big drop from here, no doubt about it. But I do think, again, as you see the rates stay higher for longer, it's going to take the case away from bullish on Bitcoin and some of these other trades that have been running lately like Tesla.
All right.
According to Gareth Soloway, Bitcoin's recent bull revival follows a prolonged period of sideways trading at the depths of the bear market around $18,000 or the basing pattern. However, the picture on the weekly chart suggests that a serious tug of war may be taking place at current levels. A death cross pattern forms at 24.9, where the 50-week crosses the 200-week, and the price is now below that cross. History suggests that Bitcoin gets stuck near this long curve for many weeks, regarding the possible extent of the bull run, pointing to Bitcoin's highs becoming less dramatic over time as per its logarithmic chart. What are your thoughts on Gareth Soloway's prediction about Bitcoin bull and bear market in 2023? Are the current market conditions bullish or bearish? Do you expect these assets to perform beyond investors' expectation? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like our content, give this video a big thumbs up and do subscribe to our channel.